sick leave and management. Many moons ago I was an RN working in aged care. A brand spanking new facility. Owned by lawyers and run by clowns. In the short time I was there, around 18 months, we had 8 or 9 managers, each wanting to put their own stamp on the way things were run. One such manager started canceling already approved leave and implemented a rule that we had to provide a full week of notice for sick leave. What? I challenged this. Because like most of us, I often don't know I'm going to be unwell until I wake up that day. Nope. The rule stays. Well, about that cancelled leave. I had booked 4 days off for my brother's wedding. Instead of haggling over it or simply not turning up, I decided to follow the rules. Exactly 1 week before the wedding, I called in with notice for sick leave. Manager: what's wrong with you? Me: I'm not sure yet. Manager: what do you mean you're not sure? You need a reason for sick leave. Me: you require a week's notice. So I'm giving that to you. I'll be sure to bring in a medical certificate when I return. I had an amazing time at the wedding. Had my GP sign off on sick leave as they viewed my time off as essential for my mental health. And about a month later I handed in my resignation. Funnily enough, I heard the policy was revised not long after I left. I love it when an employee's resignation moves an employer to change their stupid rules. But I hate that it takes a resignation to do it in the first place. Manager: you need a reason for sick leave. Me: I'm sick of your shit. Is that good enough? Side note: my job recently let me use sick time to travel home because I was homesick. Something about not letting people take sick days when they work in healthcare of all things. And worse, for the elderly. Seems like it would be a really bad idea. When will employers learn not to mess with time off? I feel like that is the last straw in so many stories. If it was owned by lawyers, would they not perchance be open to the reasoning that he was falsifying records when he cancels approved leaves? I have a medical background and used to love fucking about with I'd suggest that anyone who needed sick leave that they put the diagnosis down with something like acute axial or plantar hyperhidrosis, sweaty armpits, or feet, was always a winner. I have hundreds of pseudo-diagnoses. I booked a week off for a trip 2 months before the date and got approval. A month later and the manager of the store said no one can take time off without 3 months' notice. And tries to cancel mine. I tried to talk to her multiple times but she would always give me the slip. The last day I got 2 seconds to talk to her and told her that I needed to talk to her before she left. She took off early and when I called out to her, she basically pretended not to hear me and sped up out the store. I walked up to her assistant manager and handed her my 2 weeks' notice. I got the vacation and then got a better job. Companies are dumb. Bank of America only changed their policies in Arizona because we won a lawsuit and then the state made some things mandatory. One thing I've learned over the years is that if a company can do something right or make more money, they'll always pick more money. A brand spanking new facility. Me: a brand new spanking facility. Yeah, I just got a new GP. Thanks COVID. And she or her team are cool as hell. How does one give the presents at Christmas, or is that frowned upon? You could have put a form in every day for sick leave starting in a week just in case you woke up and were feeling sick. If everyone did that every day, think of the time wasted. This is just another way to try to circumvent allowing nurses any time off. Fucking admin. You were wonderful. By the way, that was a hero caliber maneuver. Once did nights in a care home for dementia. Boss wasn't happy when I called out once because I had a stroke and once because I took the end off my finger whilst using a mandolin to finely slice red cabbage. When I had the stroke, she was really pissed cuz we couldn't give her an answer as to when I would be back at work. That policy makes absolutely no sense. How the hell they passed that policy? You forgot, all the good people leave. I worked for a law firm that had a former hospital admin for their head of administration. We had a slightly less stupid policy where you had to call 24 in advance for sick leave. We abused the hell out of that policy. It was a virtual ghost town in the office on Fridays and Mondays. At least until people burned through their sick leave and risked using their vacation leave. Hated that place for so many reasons. It's so great when you have your doctor, GP on your side. Especially when dealing with horrible work situations. Well played, mate. Well played, thumbs up. I will get in trouble if I will tell my teacher I cannot come in on Monday because I will get sick on that day. Lol. Kidding aside, this ruling lacks common sense. You're describing proactive managing since no one has a crystal ball to see what happens before. Good managers change constructively in action to the needs of staff, company, customer with flexibility. What you described. Great managers can anticipate what problems may occur but makes changes knowing flexibility to evolve as the only constant. I worked in L&D at a fairly large city hospital. When I was pregnant with my third child, the schedule came out for over the 4th of July. I was scheduled to work on the 4th. Funnily enough, I was also on the surgical schedule for the next day to have a C-section. L had very big babies and couldn't push them out. My smallest weighed 9 pounds 4 ounces. And, as is common with most women in the last month of their pregnancy, especially when they are carrying XL babies, my sciatic nerve was killing me. So my obstetrician wrote a letter to my head nurse, telling her that I needed to start my LOA after my last weekend before that. I do not know what causes women in nursing power positions to be so petty and nasty. But it's a sad fact. In fact, my older cousin, who worked in that same L&D area, wrote her doctoral dissertation for a PhD in anthropology on the power issues and dysfunction in organizations dominated by women. One would like to think that things had changed by the 1990s, when she got her doctorate. But, nope.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.